Day 68. Much better morning than yesterday by about 1,000%. Unfortunately, I got a headache going on that I can't just ditch. It's not going away. I'm probably going to end up vomiting later on today. It has that feel. Unfortunately, no aurora borealis in the sky. Nothing that we can see. We're looking through the trees. I woke up at 2 to go check and then came back in. It's like 3:30, maybe 4 now, and nothing in the sky. Maybe when we get down the road and there's a clearing, we'll be able to see something on the horizon or something. I'm not sure. Are aurora borealis straight above you? Or are they at a 45-degree angle? I don't know. Rainbows only appear at angles, but I'm relying on the sunshine for that, so I don't think auroras work the same way. But it would have been groovy to see something. I guess I'm going to have to go visit somewhere cold if I want to go see those. Maybe I'll never see those. It'd be nice if they came out here and visited me so I didn't have to go visit them. So we're going to take off pretty soon here and head down to Mountain Harbor and see if we can't get there breakfast. But I'm not sure how breakfasty I feel with this headache going on, but I'll have a couple safety meetings to help my appetite. I'll see you out on trail. And we're off. It's a bit before 5. Probably woke half the camp up because, well, there's more people there than when I went to sleep. Nobody camped right next to me or anything. But I was at a spot where you shouldn't. If you got in there, you were way too close. And you know how I get when people are just parked way too close to me. I'm kind of a passive-aggressive dick. That new thermal I found of rocks. I'm assuming it belongs to the day hikers up the hill because it had been freshly put in a tree. It's not like I was going to pick the thing up and walk it up a hill and be like, hey, is this anybody's? But I'm a fan. Definitely an upgrade from that cheap Amazon thingy I had. My pack feels too light. What am I forgetting? I mean, I checked around. I didn't leave anything, but I feel like I did. Fortunately, no aurora. Maybe when we get out to the road or something, we'll see something, but I'm not betting on it. Try to ditch this headache I've got going on and eat some breakfast. Had a little safety meeting in the tent. It definitely helped out a bit. A little more, drink a bunch of water. Maybe it's just a dehydration headache. Look what we have here. I just turned on my headlamp. And he happened to be.
He was looking right at us.
Yeah, he just landed. You know, they're so silent. But we were taking pictures of the stars. She has the same phone I do. And it's rare anybody's out in the morning with me to take night pictures. So, and then right when I turned on my headlamp, I was looking at this thing. I'm like, holy shit, is that what I think it is? But, you know, of course, when I break out the camera, he decides to fly away. So you can hear me. Nice bridge. A double chair. Definitely no aurora. They're not going to show up, but there's two satellites that are linked to each other going by. Definitely not going to show up. Not with a car, and not otherwise. What I'm thinking is we have these two satellites that follow each other that measure the gravitational pull, because gravity fluctuates all over Earth. At first I thought it was Starlink. Oh, it is Starlink. Never mind, there's the rest of them. Okay, never mind, Starlink. Okay, I don't remember there being a porch over here last time. So kick ass. Last time I went up this and hung out on their porch. Had there been this, you know, this is where I would have hung out. Yep. Outlets. Yeah, I'd have been here. Hand sanitizer? I don't use the stuff, but, you know, I'm glad others do. So they have really worked on this place over the past few years. There's a whole kitchen area right here. They got a menu and whatnot going on. It was just this bunkhouse last time. They got a whole porch built for us. Water features and shit going on. I don't think any of this was here last time. I know this wasn't, but I'm pretty sure none of this was either. Well, the river was there. And they have a whole nice area going on. TV, some speakers and whatnot. You know, like they keep us separated from the other people, but they're not hiding us, which is pretty cool. Got a fire pit going on. Just hanging out waiting for the place to open. Enjoying some Joe. So the Starlink satellites we watched going overhead, one of them was way off path. Yeah, they follow in a straight line, and there was one that had deviated by probably hundreds of miles. You know, it was way, way out from the other ones, but moving the same speed, the same brightness, so I'm assuming it was part of it. But when you launch that many things, you know, one was bound to go awry here and there. I wouldn't mind watching one fall back to Earth and break up. That's always cool. Ooh. I wonder if the solar storm that hit us did anything to any satellites. Curious, we got some old stuff out there. Bound to hit some of them. Maybe I'll see it on the news if there's still satellites enough to see the news. I still don't have service. But I gotta find it sometime today. It's Mother's Day. I gotta hit my mama up. Doing like any of the bad kids, I'm behind the building. Helping my appetite out. I remember hanging up there last time. Now it's out of service. But I do remember that this thing was a fire pit. I'm curious if it still is. They were burning garbage last time, but like real garbage. This time I'm just in cardboard and stuff, but yeah. But last time there was garbage in here. What's that tube? Poke around on their stuff with sticks, see what I can find. But I would figure a fancier place like this wouldn't burn garbage, but it's legal in a lot of states. They've done so much work here. Oh, there's even a blaze. I'm back on the trail. Oh, look at all the selections. So much to choose from. What do I want? What do I want? I'm assuming breakfast will start in a half hour or so. I thought it was before 8. I thought it was 7 that it started, but you know, this is an old memory. I have not seen one of these in forever. It hunts. Back home, I know him as Bob's Big Boy. There used to be a chain of restaurants called Bob's Big Boys, but they all turned into Denny's over the years. But there was like a 20-foot statue, or a 10-foot statue of him in front of everyone. But 12 knows him as Po' Boy. It says Big Boy on his chest, so we both know I'm right. But maybe it's a regional thing, that they were called Po' Boys up there. I don't know. But I know him as Bob. Bob Big Boy. That's the tiniest big boy I've seen. I am totally jealous of everybody's pictures of the Northern Lights. 12 just showed me a bunch of them that her friends have taken. She's from Vermont. And man, there's a rainbow going on in the sky. There's purples and all sorts of shit. I'm thinking the cameras had something to do with that because I don't believe auroras are purple. It's green on the bottom, red on the top. Yeah. There's purple in the middle somewhere. I don't know. I've never seen one. I've only, seen them on TV and such. Well, I want to see them, but God, I don't want to go anywhere cold enough to see them. I was really hoping they'd come down here. But all the pictures do kind of look at like they're taking them at angles, not straight up. And like last night, I only had a view, or this morning, I only had a view straight up. You don't get much of an angle out here. So maybe I need to, have a view out. We'll be hit by other magnetic storms. It's kind of an eventuality, but, will I be in the right place at the right time? Highly unlikely. Open, 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 open. So much elevation gain, let me tell you. All right, almost 8 o'clock. I can smell food. Let's do this. This could be possibly the first time I've ever actually used the sugar cube in my life.
Oh, really? Okay.
Weird. I'm fancy. So that's Big Sky right there. We were having a conversation. He's like, yeah, I lost my fleece. I was like, you lost your fleece? I was like, did it look like this? Yeah. Cool enough, he found the girls I was talking to yesterday at the first shelter. He found their ID and walked it back to them. He also had, Iron Man's tent on him. So I've taken over Iron Man's tent. It is now in mine. It is a side quest. We're going to see if we can't find him. Because I at least know what Iron Man looks like. This dude does not. All right, so we hear this side trail over here leads back to AT. That's what we're going to take. And they were not pleased with us eating breakfast there. Evidently, we quote-unquote snuck in. I mean, we just walked in with everybody else. It said on their website that you could pay $15 for breakfast. Didn't say anything about staying. It says on Gut Hooks you can pay for breakfast without staying. But evidently, according to them, we snuck in, and they weren't too pleased about it. But I defused the situation. Paid for my breakfast. And we are headed back on the trail. It is chilly as all get out. But it's still the early morning. Well, it's probably like 10 o'clock by now. Oh, you can rent that bad boy out for like $75 a night, which is kind of cheap. That's hotel prices. I've never been in a real tree house. And side quest complete. That was the easiest one in history. Iron Man happened to come strolling in before he left. So he's like, hey, got your tent. I didn't even have to carry it. Not a meter. Nice. I had all the intent of bringing it to him, but I didn't have to do any of the effort. Canopy is definitely growing in. Measuring what a week will do, huh? Virginia Creeper. So I am glad I found the owner of the fleece. I would have liked to keep it. It was a really nice fleece, but I would actually rather find the owner. It makes me feel good. He thought he lost it forever. He was actually just randomly talking to me. Oh man, I lost my fleece. And I was like, hold up. It does feel good. It's like Christmas, you know. It was a really nice piece of equipment. But luckily I hadn't gotten rid of my old one yet. I was going to put my Amazon one in the hiker box. So good thing I didn't do that yet. Ooh, a little post-breakfast safety meeting. all they had was porta-johns there, and I prefer to go in the woods opposed to a porta-john, so I'm also brewing one up and keeping an eye out for a good spot. Oh, that's quite a little hill. Whew. I don't see any blazes anywhere. Don't make me look at my map. I see a blue blaze this way, so I'm assuming that's not me. AT loves to go uphill. That doesn't look well worn enough. Oh, that's because I'm not on the trail. I was supposed to make a zig back there, but I kept going straight. My bad. I'm not the only one who's done it. That was a well-marked trail. So do I take that road, this road, or this road? I can't tell which is which. I'm going to follow the Blue Blaze one for now. I got one on the map, but I'm not sure which one it is, so I got to walk for a minute. If you do the same thing I did, follow the dotted green line. And you can tell by the trail here that I am not the first to do it. I was really hoping it was the other road because it seemed pretty smooth, but this is the most direct route back to the trail. Yeah, I like a little bonus mile here and there. Still a cinder block building. Oh, no roof, no door. Never mind, doesn't count as a building. Nuts. There's the footprint of a building, but it has huge trees growing out of it, so it has been a long time. You are a gorgeous tree. You could climb up there and hang your hammock. Tons of people could. They do that stuff especially for people like me, because I'd have kept going straight possibly. Oh, I'm loving today. It's been good all day. A little chilly in the morning, but mornings are always chilly. But it is warmer every day from here on out. Until 2 days from now when it's raining again. But that's future crawler problems. I remember this cemetery. Oh, we've had a new addition to it. I see the fresh pile of earth. Nice. I don't think the trail comes through here, right? I mean, the gate's totally open and it feels like we're let in. But I don't remember. I think it goes around. Yeah, it does go just around. How's everybody doing today? It is a beautiful day. I agree. This is not a bad place to be buried. 1924, 1857, or 1927 death date. Wow. Long time. There's bird of paradise over there. Somebody planted on there. Yeah. It is a beautiful plant for a few months out of the year. At least I'm pretty sure that's what that is. Well, these are the old ones. 1920, 35, 42, and then modern. 1928. There's one of those big OC shapes on the map. I could have taken a road right over here for a mile. And I would have shaved off like 6 miles of trail. But I'm not in a hurry. There's some waterfalls coming up. Maybe those would be kind of cool. And again, I'm not in a hurry, so why shave it off? Were I in a hurry? Hell yeah, I'd have no problem doing that. I've walked enough. If it's done with my feet, it ain't a cheat. But there's just no need to at this point. Not feeling tired, lazy, or hurried, so. Want the trail, see what she holds for me. Dun, 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 dun.
400 miles?
We've made it 800 miles so far.
Woo, 800.
Yeah. I remember the 500 is in Grayson Highland, so yeah, we'll be there pretty soon after trail days. Try to remember to bring some carrots or something in so I can make a pony my friend. Try not to eat the carrots before I get to them. 1 for you, 2 for me. Or is this the 400? It's bigger. Oh, and it's got an AT logo on it. I mean, that makes it more official, right? Probably about the biggest body of moving water I've seen yet on this trail. I forgot that at some point I have to take a ferry across the body of water. Humans. Here lies Butterfly Island. I bought this tiny little AT tag while I was at that breakfast place. This is the one for 2017, which is one of the only 2 years where the AT symbol was black, 2017 and 2018. This is what I've learned today from the woman that makes them because she knows all the color combinations. This year is yellow with a white AT. I thought about buying it as well, but I haven't finished the trail yet. One at a time. Maybe I'll buy it later. Wouldn't mind having tiny little things, you know, displayed on here, but this is the only one I've found so far. But it's funny, it took me on, 8 years to finally get a piece of AT swag. I'm tasty. enhance. Short spur trail to the shelter. I peeked my head around the corner. I was like, okay, I can see it. I wasn't willing to walk far. Might as well sit down here and have me a safety meeting. Man, if it's going to be all close and convenient like this, I owe it to the shelter. Oh, I do remember this one. Okay. I don't remember his name anymore, but I met a YouTuber here with a really big mustache, younger kid. Can't remember his name anymore. But he does the hikes. I actually watched a couple of his videos and his dad's videos on how to tie knots. It's amazing how you remember shit once you see it. How you doing, brother? There's literally a bridge over every single wet spot on this trail, man. I feel pampered in comparison to the others. Have I even had to take my shoes off on this trail at all? I don't think so. Her butt is covered in babies. She's tiny. Rawr. Nice. Well, that's a nice little water source, isn't it? Great camping around it. like it's all downhill to Hardcore Cascade. Gonna give me some hardcore water. I remember it just being a few rocks you walk over, but maybe it's more hardcore now. It's not a bad spot. I feel like I'm in a hurry. I got a group of people behind me that I've recently passed. So I gotta get to camp first, but I still need water, so I'm just gonna grab it and keep going. Hammock spots are at a premium. I need trees that are at least 12 feet apart, preferably a little bit more. 14 or 15 is where it's at, with nothing in between them. I mean, I don't have to have that, but that's ideal. Since I like to use my tarp as a tent as well, I gotta kind of accommodate for that with wanting a flat spot. But like yesterday, I had ferns growing in my living room. I didn't mind. They didn't take up much space. The plants spruced the place up, if anything. Oh, you can hear it. It's hardcore Cascades, where a hardcore dude like me gets hardcore water. And then I put it in a smart water bottle, and it makes me hardcore smart. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be so badass after this. Oh yeah, that's so hardcore. And it's Cascade. It's hardcore Cascade! Where you can buy the whole seat, but all you'll need is the edge. Can you see all that stuff going in front of the sun? What is that? Pollen? Bugs? There's a lot of it, whatever it is. I can't see any of it down here. I can only tell when it's between me and the sun. A lot of it almost looks like static on a TV. So we found off the beaten path, the trails over there on the other side of the rhododendrons. We found this great little area. It's all open, flat, and whatnot. So while we're sitting here thinking we're in the middle of nowhere, New York comes up the way. And New York's a cool guy. I like hanging out with him, but they're being all antisocial now because they got a bad dog that hates me. So they can't be around me or other people. From what I hear, the dog hates everybody. So they coming up through here, and they're like, "Oh, there's already people here." Because imagine every night that they've got to go hide because their dog will attack people when it sees them. So now they're being all antisocial. Didn't start off like that. They were friendly and cool, but then their dog was just a jerk, so they stopped hanging out with everybody. But they wandered off in that direction. I haven't seen them since, so I'm guessing there's some flat shit over there. Gonna eat. We're hoping that we get some maybe aurora borealis tonight. I don't know how long it's going on for, but maybe it's the third event. We can see more sky than we did the other night, so it'll be going on over here somewhere. So everything that's blue might be purple when I wake up. That would be bitchin', but I tell they don't expect it. But it would be nice, man. I don't want to have to go north to see those things. I want them to come to me.